fair society and just government of men. We beseech thee to behold with thy abundant favor us thy servants, whom thou hast been pleased to call to the performance of important tasks in this land. Let thy blessing descend upon us here in this house assembled. Grant us that we may treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner to promote thy honor and glory, to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of this country and of those whose interests thou hast committed to our care. Amen. Of the Assembly in the 2025 legislative year. This was precisely a 3-week ordinary session with lots of businesses to witness the legislative processes of critical bills, including other important motions and reports. Honorable members, during this session, we have also sought to address the pressing concerns of our time, from economic challenges to environmental crisis, from social justice issues to the safeguarding of our liberties. We have seen the power of the democratic process in action, where ideas are tested, refined, and sometimes transformed through the crucible of debate and deliberation. However, honorable members, as has always been said, the business of plenary assembly can never be exhausted. We will therefore today start the motion on the adjournment debate to adjourn this session, signed die. On that note, I wish to welcome His Excellency the Vice President of the Republic of the Gambia, and all honorable ministers here in present to attend this very important sitting of the Assembly, being the adjournment debate. This is a unique sitting of the Assembly at the end of each ordinary session, allowing honorable members the opportunity to discuss and debate on cross-cutting issues, which of course require the attention of the executive. At the appropriate time of the debate, I will invite His Excellency the Vice President and honorable ministers to also participate in the debate and respond to issues raised regarding their portfolios by honorable members. Honorable members, it is with great pleasure and a profound sense of solidarity that I extend a warm welcome to our distinguished colleagues, Honorable Afis Aipeza Balogun, and delegation from the National Assembly Service Commission of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who are joining us in today's sitting of the Assembly. Your presence here is not only a testament to the enduring bonds of friendship and cooperation between our two sister nations, but also a clear demonstration of our shared commitment to the ideals of democracy, good governance, and parliamentary diplomacy. Nigeria and the Gambia share deep historical, cultural, and political ties. The collaboration between our parliament continues to serve as a platform for strengthening regional integration, enhancing legislative practices, and advancing the aspirations of our peoples within the spirit of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. On behalf of the National Assembly of the Gambia, I assure you of our highest regard and fraternal goodwill. We look forward to fruitful exchanges and to building upon the mutual respect and cooperation that bind our institutions. Honorable colleagues, you are most welcome, and we wish you a rewarding and memorable experience in the Assembly of the Gambian people. Honorable members, as we adjourn this session, let us take a moment to express our gratitude to the dedicated public servants of our institutions who work tirelessly behind the scenes to make our journey possible. Their dedication ensures that our democracy remains robust and functional. Honorable members, in closing, I want to express my appreciation for your commitment, passion, and dedication to the service of our country. As we adjourn, let us carry forward the lessons learned, the bonds forged, and the spirit of cooperation that defines our democratic institution. Together, we can build a brighter future for all. I thank you all. Clerk, may we proceed?
Thank you. Correction and approval of record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Wednesday, 24th September 2025.
Honorable members, the record of votes and proceedings of Wednesday, 24th September 2025 is before us for consideration and approval. Can any honorable member please move a motion for the correction and approval of the said record of votes and proceedings? Honorable Member Fonyani.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to move a motion for the record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Wednesday, 24 September 2025.
It has been moved and seconded Seconded, that the record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Wednesday, 24th September 2025 be considered and approved. Honorable members, we all have copies of the said record of votes and proceedings, and as usual, we look through it page by page to be followed by your comments and observations, beginning with page 1. Honorable members, we can now move to page 2. Honorable member for Lower Salem, is it on page 2?
No, sorry, page 1, where we have the heading of the sixth assembly. Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Where we have the 6th assembly of the Second Republic of the Gambia. No, sorry. I was thinking the second ordinary session. Which is that ordinary session?
Honorable members, we now move to page 2. Honorable member for Talending.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Speaker. I've observed that myself and Honorable member for Combo East have been categorized under absent without permission. We represented the Defense and Security Committee at a program from Tuesday to Saturday. And I want to believe this has been, they have been putting us under absent without permission since then. I don't know.
Number 55 and 56,
56,
huh?
yes.
All right, honorable members, take note, they were absent with permission. So they should move from those absent without permission to those absent with permission. Noted.
From Tuesday, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker.
Yes, please.
I want to note that from Tuesday, because maybe probably the other absent with permission have been. Huh?
We have done, but I think those things were noted. Am I right? It was noted on Tuesday and Wednesday. Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Talending. Any more questions on page 3? Yes, please. Willie West.
Yes, my name is also captured on those absent without permission, and then I was here. I was here. I was not absent, yes.
Member for Woolly West, were you in the chambers?
Yes.
Honorable members, he was. Pardon? Chief Whip, was he in?
He was in.
Noted, the table office will do the relevant corrections. Any more on page 3? Honorable members, we can now move to page 4. Honorable members, page 5, we move to page 5. Honorable members, it has been moved and seconded that the record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Wednesday, 24th September 2025 be approved with amendments. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk, may we proceed?
Thank you. Laying of papers and reports. Report of the Auditor General on the audited financial statements of the Central Government of the Gambia for the years ended 2021, 2022, and 2023 by the Honorable Minister for Finance and Economic Affairs.
May I now invite the Honorable Minister for Finance and Economic Affairs to take the podium and table his report. Honorable Minister.
Yes, Speaker. Yes, Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Member.
Thank you very much, Speaker. I just want to raise few concerns that I wrote to your office for a consideration and that have not been featured, and we are going into business. And this is the people that I represent have this concern. And the opportunity to bring it before this House have been denied because I have not received any communication. And I feel that this is the best time that I should put it before the
When did, Honorable Member, when did you submit it?
Friday.
That is, basically, we are not at work.
No, maybe it have not reached to
No,
office.
this is what I'm saying. It means you were not at work on Friday.
Yes, but I submitted.
You submitted it for one, for today.
Yes.
And when will you come to the Speaker's table?
No, it should have reached.
Anyway. If you had known that and you've taken the urgency, you should have submitted it earlier than Friday.
Anyway, Speaker, I feel that you have not treated me.
Honorable, please, it is under process. We have two, or I think there are two, in fact. It's not only yours. But remember, Parliament has processes to follow. And it does not look like it is mandatory that it should come, and it should come today, or it should be approved. It has processes. I am. You said what? Go ahead. What did you say? Honorable Minister, can you take the podium and table your report, please?
Honorable Speaker, Your Excellency the Vice President and Cabinet colleagues here in present, honorable members of the August National Assembly, in fulfillment of the provisions of the Public Finance Act 2014, I have the honor to lay before this August Assembly the audited government financial statement for the financial years ended 31st December 2021, 2022, and 2023. These statements, which have been prepared in accordance with the International Public Sector Accounting Standard IPSAS cash basis, provide a comprehensive account of government financial operations during the respective financial years and reflect our continued commitment to transparency, accountability, and prudent management of public resources. The financial statement comprised the following: consolidated statement of cash receipts and payments according to International Public Sector Accounting Standards, IPSAS, statement of revenue and expenditure, consolidated fund, detailed revenue and expenditure comparison, and accounting policies and explanatory notes. The financial statements also contain additional information statements as required by Section 63 of the Public Finance Act 2014 and Part 2 of the cash basis of IPSAS. The laying of the public accounts for the years 2021, 2022, and 2023 marks a watershed moment in the financial reporting of the Gambia, as it represents the clearance of the long backlog of the national accounts, which used to be in arrears for up to 3 years. In presenting to you 3 years of audited accounts today, clearly demonstrate our commitment to achieving in-year reporting as well as more accountable, so that we can be more accountable to the Gambian people. Highlights of the 2021 financial statement. In 2021, the total government revenue accounted for 16.4 billion, representing 89% of the approved revenue. Tax revenue, 11.7 billion, 95% of the target, accounting for 75% of domestic revenue. Non-tax revenue, 3.9 billion, 134% of target, contributing to 25% of domestic revenue. And grants, 796 million, 25% of the target. On the expenditure side, total spending was 21.7 billion, 92% of the budget. Government operations covering salaries and goods and services absorbed the largest share at 10 billion. Transfers to other government entities total 2.9 billion, while capital expenditure was $3.4 billion, is 16.6% of the total spending. Although the expenditure exceeds revenue, the financing gap was managed primarily through domestic borrowing. The easing of the COVID-19 impact was also reflected in improved budget execution compared to 2020. For 2022 financial year, the government revenue amounted to 16.5 billion, representing 62% of the approved target. Tax revenue 11.6 billion, 84% of the target, accounting for 42% of the domestic revenue. Non-tax revenue 2.6 billion, which is 65% of the target, contributing 17% of the domestic revenue. Grant 2.3 billion, which is 7% of the target. Total expenditure amount to $21.6 billion is against $22.8 billion. Government operations absorb 10.7 billion, 49% of the spending. Transfers to other government entities total 3.1 billion, while capital expenditure amount to $2.7 billion. Interest payment 2.6 billion, social benefit 353 million, and other expenses 2 billion. The shortfall in the revenue mobilization was financed through domestic borrowing, including treasury bills and other securities issued by the central bank. These results highlight fiscal challenges faced during 2022, particularly in relation to domestic revenue generation and reliance on external grants. Fiscal year 2023. In 2023, government revenue strengthened significantly, reaching $23.3 billion, equivalent to 118% of the approved budget. Tax revenue, 14.5 billion, which is 103% of the target, accounting for 77% of the domestic revenue. Non-tax revenue, 4.4 billion, which is 157% of the target, representing 23% of domestic revenue. And grants, 4.4 billion, which is 158 billion of the target. Total expenditure amounts to 22.1 billion, broadly in line with the approved budget. Government operations accounted for 10.8 billion. Transfers to other government entities total 4.5 billion. Capital expenditure stood at 2.1 billion. Interest 2.1 billion. Social benefits 355 million, and other expenses 2.3 billion. These results demonstrate government's continued commitment to fiscal discipline, stronger revenue mobilization, and prudent expenditure management. conclusions, Honorable Speaker, the financial statements for 2023, 2021, 2022, and 2023 reflect both the challenges faced and the progress achieved in managing our nation's public finances. While 2021 and 2022 recorded deficits largely financed through domestic borrowing, 2023 marked a significant turnaround with revenue performance surpassing budgetary targets and resulting in a surplus. By presenting this financial statement before the August Assembly, the government reaffirms its commitment to strengthening public financial management, promoting accountability, and ensuring that the resources entrusted to it are used efficiently for the development of the Gambia. By presenting before this August Assembly the public accounts of 2021, 2022, and 2023, it marks a significant milestone in the financial reporting of the Gambia. It represents the successful clearance of a long-standing backlog of national accounts, which in the past were delayed up to 3 years. These demonstrate not only our determination to keep pace with international best practices, but also our firm commitment to achieving timely in-year reporting. More importantly, it reaffirms our dedication to transparency, accountability, and service to the people of this great nation. And also, we acknowledge the contribution of the staff of the Ministry of Finance, particularly the Accountant General's Office and the Office of the Auditor General, for the dedication, commitment in being able to meet this timely reporting. I therefore respectfully lay the financial statement for the year ended 31st of December 2021, 2022, 2023 before this August Assembly for your kind consideration. I submit. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs. Honorable members, any seconder? Honorable member for All Yundum.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to second the motion that the report of the Auditor General on the audited financial statement of the central government of the Gambia for the year ended 2021, 2022, 2023 be committed to the Finance and Public Accounts Committee for detailed scrutiny and to report back to plenary. Honorable Speaker, recognizing the constitutional importance of audit reports and acknowledging the commendable effort of the Auditor General in clearing the backlog of audited government accounts for the third year, and in view of the time required for FPAC to conduct the scrutiny, I move that the report upon being committed to FPAC be published by the Auditor General in accordance with the Constitution, pending the committee's report back to this August Assembly. I move, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member for All Yundum constituency and Deputy Majority Leader. Honorable members, you have two motions in one. Huh? Yes. Honorable members, may we have anybody to second the motions moved by him? Honorable Member for Jara Central.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I rise to second the motion.
Honorable members, it has been moved and seconded that this August Assembly do commit the report of the Auditor General on the audited financial statements of the central government of the Gambia for the years ended 2021, 2022, and 2023, 3 years, to FPAC. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Honorable members, on the second part of the motion, I'll put a question again. It has been moved and seconded that this August Assembly do approve and grant the Auditor General
to publish the audited reports of the central government for the years 2021, 2022, and 2023, pending FPAC's report back to this assembly. Noting the reason adduced by the mover. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. Point of order. Yes, Honorable Member for Seref.
That motion is not clear, and Section 160 of the Constitution, subclause E, the Constitution. The 1997.
Honorable members, please. Honorable members, please allow, when somebody takes the floor, allow the person to speak. Honorable member for Serekunda, you rising on a point of order. And please quote the order. Pardon?
Order 82. Yeah.
Order 82, huh? Is it 82?
Yeah, but Honorable Speaker,
Honorable member,
the motion.
Honorable member, you are rising on a point of order. As per standing order, is it 82 or 8.2? Which standing order clause are you?
82A.
Pardon? 82A?
No. Orders
8 sub 2A.
Yes.
Honorable members, you have all made reference to the third clauses the Honorable Member for Serekunda relied on. Have you seen it? It's 8 sub 2A, where something is not provided for in the standing orders, is now left to the discretion of the Speaker to make a determination bearing in mind A, B, and C. I don't know how that relates to what he is going to say. But what I understand he wants to do, honorable members, what I understand he wants to do, there may be something not very clear to him. And he has not got the relevant provisions in the standing orders for him to rely on to be able to put it down. So he relied on this one to allow me listen to him to see whether we can allow it to move forward. And I think I will grant him that.
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Section 160 of the Constitution, subsection E, reads, after his or her annual report on the accounts of the government of the Gambia, of all offices and authorities of the government, of the courts and of the National Assembly have been discussed in the National Assembly, cause the same to be published for public information. Yeah.
What is not clear to you? Because you said there is something not clear. What is not clear? Honorable members, let me put the question again. Honorable, I think it's very clear. All what the honorable member is seeking for you to do in his motion, he adduced some reasons that FPAC has has a lot of work to do. And for these ones, it may take them a year or more. And that the government and the Auditor General went into all out to obey, to bring at least the audited accounts of central government to date, at least to up to 2023. Noting that, and also noting the importance of this information to the public, he is asking that pending the FPAC bringing their report here, which may be a year or more, we allow the Auditor General to publish the report for public consumption. That's all what he is saying. What should we hide from it? Am I right? Honorable members, honorable members, honorable members, let me further refer you to Standing Order 35-6. 35 talks about laying of papers and the reports. And then 35 sub 6. Let me read. A copy of documents laid or presented to the Assembly shall be provided to the relevant committee and the Assembly Library. And all documents laid or presented to the Assembly Library shall be considered public. So, honorable members, if you are not very clear, all what the honorable member seeks to do is, these reports will be with FPAC for probably for next 6 months, 1 year or more. It means it will not be available to the public. But so far it is tabled and laid here, and is going to be given to the library, and it becomes public property. He is seeking that we grant that the Auditor General publishes the report for public consumption. That is the motion. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. Those not in favor, please say no.
Honorable Speaker.
The ayes have it.
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker.
Yes, honorable member for lower salary.
I think, Honorable Speaker, you allow members also to give their doubts before you make your ruling, because you know whatever we are doing, it has to be accompanied with our consent, and we have to be very clear. The member of Serekunda.
Honorable, you are not to make a speak.
No.
What is your point you want to raise with me?
Yeah, because the way you are trying to explain the procedures and the way it's going to be happen should not come from you. You allow us or the mover to do that. But then you...
It never came from me, honorable member. It came from the mover.
Because we are not clear and you are...
Yeah, honorable, just take a seat. I never moved the motion. It's the honorable member for all Unum who moved the motion. Most members understood what he said. Some members don't understand, and I will explain to them what the motion put forward. Now, if you are not in agreement with the motion, you vote against it. If you are in favor of the motion, you vote for it. And people have voted, and that the majority of people, I have not heard anybody who said no, in fact. All voted for yes. So what is the problem? If we are not clear, this is what I'm saying. This, honorable, this is what the honorable member for Serekunda said. He said he was not clear. He relied on something. I granted him because I want him to be better informed to make informed decisions. And what he quoted, because he never knew what the honorable member, the mover of the motion, said. I made it clear to him what the mover said, 1, 2, 3, for him to understand. From there on, I have to put the question. And if anybody has anything with the question, yeah, it's not for debate. You either agree or disagree. So, honorable members, we proceed. Honorable members, the Auditor General's findings are a critical tool in upholding the principles of transparency, accountability, and good governance, which are the cornerstones of our parliamentary democratic process. The Auditor General's office plays a pivotal role in ensuring that public funds are utilized efficiently and in accordance with established regulations. The report, a product of meticulous examination and audit procedures, provides us with insights into the financial health of our government, revealing areas of success and areas that demand our immediate attention. I commend the Auditor General and their dedicated team for their unwavering commitment to conducting thorough and impartial audits. Their work is instrumental in fostering public trust and confidence in government stewardship of public resources. Honorable members, as you are aware, this is an important report that requires thorough consideration by this Assembly. For that reason, and by convention of this Assembly, I would kindly invite any honorable member I have already invited you people. In these circumstances, honorable members, the seconder of the motion has moved a motion for the report to commit the report to FPAC with a subsidiary secondary motion seeking the authority of the plenary to allow the Auditor General to publish the report for public consumption for reasons adduced in his motion. On that note, honorable members, I take this opportunity to thank the Honorable Minister, Finance and Economic Affairs, for ably tabling the report. I thank you all. Clerk, may we proceed?
Thank you. Bill Order 65, first reading of the National Assembly Salaries and Pensions Amendment Bill 2025 by the Honorable Keba Lang Fofana, nominated member and member of the Assembly Standing Committee.
Honorable members, in accordance with Order 65, only the first reading of the National Assembly Salaries and Pensions Amendment Bill 2025 will be done today. Therefore, I will now invite the Honorable Keba Lang Fofana, nominated member, and the person in charge of the bill, to hand over a copy of the bill to the Clerk of the National Assembly, who will read aloud the short title, whereupon the bill shall be deemed to have been read a first time. Honorable nominated member Keba Lang.
National Assembly Salaries and Pensions Amendment Bill 2025.
Thank you, Clerk. Honorable members, the bill has been read a fourth time. The next stage of the bill, National Assembly Salaries and Pensions Amendment Bill 2025, will be appointed during the subsequent sessions of the Assembly for the person in charge of the bill to move a motion for the second reading in accordance with Order 66-2, which reads, at the conclusion of the proceedings on the first reading or on any subsequent stage of a bill, the next stage may be taken either forthwith or upon a day to be determined, providing that second reading shall be taken no sooner than 1 working day after the first reading. I thank you. Clerk, may we proceed?
Thank you. Bill Order 65, first reading of the Gambia Investment and Export Promotion Agency Amendment Bill 2025 by the Honorable Minister for Defense, overseeing the Ministry of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment.
Honorable members, in accordance with Order 65, only the first reading of the Gambia Investment and Export Promotion Agency Amendment Bill 2025 will be done today. Therefore, I will now invite the Honorable Minister for Defense, overseeing the Ministry of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment, the person in charge of the bill, to hand a copy of the bill to the Clerk of the National Assembly, who will read aloud the short title, whereupon the bill shall be deemed to have been read a first time. Honorable Minister.
The Gambia Investment and Export Promotion Agency Amendment Bill 2025.
Thank you. Honorable members, the bill has been read a first time. The next stage of the Gambia Investment and Export Promotion Agency Amendment Bill 2025 will be appointed during subsequent sessions of the Assembly for the person in charge of the bill to move a motion for the second reading in accordance with Order 66-2, which reads, at the conclusion of the proceedings of the first reading or on any subsequent stage of a bill, the next stage may be taken either forthwith or upon a day to be named, providing that the second readings shall be taken no sooner than 1 working day after the first reading. Thank you all. Clerk, may you proceed.
Thank you. Bill Order 65. First reading of the National Food Security Corporation Bill 2025 by the Minister for Agriculture, Livestock and Food Security.
Honorable members, in accordance with Order 65, only the first reading of the National Food Security Corporation Bill 2025 will be done today. I will now invite the Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Livestock and Food Security, the person in charge of the bill, to hand over a copy of the bill to the Clerk of the National Assembly, who will read aloud the short title, whereupon the bill shall be deemed to have been read a first time. Honorable Minister.
The National Food Security Corporation Bill 2025.
Honorable members, the bill has been read a fourth time. The next stage of the National Food Security Corporation Bill 2025 will be appointed during subsequent sessions of the Assembly. For the person in charge of the bill to move a motion for the second reading in accordance with Order 66-2 of our standing orders, which reads, at the conclusion of the proceedings on the first reading or on any subsequent stage of a bill, the next stage may be taken either forthwith or upon a date to be named, providing that second reading shall be taken no sooner than 1 working day after the first reading. Thank you very much. Clerk, may we proceed?
Bills. Order 74, Sub 8 and Order 75, third reading. Medicines and Related Products Amendment Bill 2025 by the Honorable Vice Chairperson of the Select Committee on Health, Refugees, Disaster and Humanitarian Relief.
Honorable members, you recall that the consideration stage of the Medicines and Related Products Amendment Bill 2025 was concluded on Thursday, 18 September 2025. Accordingly, today is appointed for the third reading in accordance with Order 75. Therefore, I will now invite the Honorable Vice Chairperson of the Select Committee on Health, Refugees, Disaster and Humanitarian Relief to move a motion for the third reading of the bill entitled Medicine and Related Products Amendment Bill 2025. Honorable Vice Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the bill entitled Medicines and Related Products Amendment Bill 2025, having gone through the consideration stage with amendment, be read a third time and passed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Honorable members, any seconder? Honorable Member for Lower Fuladue.
Thank you, Speaker. I rise to second the motion.
Thank you, Honorable Member for Lower Fuladue. Honorable members, it has been moved and seconded that the bill entitled Medicines and Related Products Amendment Bill 2025, having gone through the consideration stage with amendment, be read a third time and passed. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk, read the subtitle.
Medicines and Related Products Amendment Bill 2025.
Honorable members, the bill is deemed to have been passed. Thank you, Clerk, and thank you all honorable members. We may proceed, Clerk.
Bill, Order 74, Sub 8 and 75, third reading. National Security Council Bill 2025 by His Excellency the Vice President.
Honorable members, you will recall that the consideration stage of the National Security Council Bill 2025 was concluded on Monday, 15 September 2025. Accordingly, today is appointed for the third reading in accordance with Order 75. I will therefore now invite His Excellency the Vice President to move a motion for the third reading of the bill entitled National Security Council Bill 2025. Your Excellency, the Vice President.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the bill entitled National Security Council Bill 2025, having gone through the consideration stage with amendments, be read a third time and pass.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Any seconder, honorable members? Honorable Member for Sabak Sanjal.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I rise to second the motion.
Thank you, Honorable Member for Sabak Sanjal. Honorable members, it has been moved and seconded that the bill entitled National Security Council Bill 2025, having gone through the consideration stage with amendments, be read a third time and passed. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Your Excellency. Clerk, may we proceed?
The National Security Council Bill 2025.
Honorable members, the bill is deemed to have been passed. Thank you, Clerk, and thank all honorable members and Your Excellency, the Vice President. Thank you very much. Clerk, we proceed.
Bill Order 74 sub 8 and 75 third reading. Judiciary Officers Conditions of Service Bill 2025 by the Honorable Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, stepping in for the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice.
Honorable members, you will recall that the consideration stage of the Judiciary Officers Condition of Service Bill 2025 was concluded on Tuesday, 16th September 2025. Accordingly, today is appointed for the third reading in accordance with Order 75. I will therefore now invite the Honorable Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, stepping in for the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice, to move a motion for the third reading of the bill entitled Judiciary Officers Condition of Service Bill 2025. Honorable Minister.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the bill entitled Judicial Officers Conditions of Service Bill 2025, having gone through the consideration stage with amendments, be read a third time and passed.
Thank you very much. Any seconder, honorable members? Honorable Member for Basse.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I rise to second the motion.
Thank you, Honorable Member for Basse. Honorable members, it has been moved and seconded that the bill entitled Judiciary Officers Condition of Service Bill 2025, having gone through the consideration stage with amendments, be read a third time and passed. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Third reading, the Judiciary Officers Conditions of Service Bill 2025.
Honorable members, the bill is deemed to have been passed. I thank you, Clerk. Thank the Honorable Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, stepping in for the Attorney General, and all honorable members. Thank you very much. Clerk.
Bill Order 74 sub 8 and 75 third reading. Elections Bill 2025 by the Honorable Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, stepping in for the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
Who is rising on a point of order? Serekunda.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I rise on Order 74, amendment to bills after consideration stage, reconsideration stage. 1. If any member desires to leave out or amend provisions contained in a bill following consideration stage, or to introduce any new provision therein, he or she may at any time before the person in charge of the bill rise to move the third reading of the bill. Move that the bill be reconsidered either wholly or in respect only of some particular part or part of the bill, or some proposed new clauses or new schedule. Honorable Speaker, I move that we reconsider certain clauses in the election bill. There is clause 43, which deals with payment of deposits for candidates, and clause 14, which deals with registration of Gambians abroad.
Honorable members, as you all know, the bill underwent scrutiny at consideration stage, and you made your amendments, and now it's for the third reading. But the standing orders also provide in 74, as amplified by the Honorable Member for Serekunda rather, that a member can make further proposals before the third reading is done without notice, but subject to agreement by member. Now you have heard him. He is proposing amendments to 2 clauses. Am I right, Honorable? And that's the clause, which clause?
Clause 43, that which deals with deposit, and clause 14.
Sorry. Clause 43, huh? Is it 43? Clause 43, which deals with
deposit, payment of deposit.
Okay. And clause
14, that deals with registration of.
Clause 14?
Yeah, registration of voting.
Yeah, we start with clause 14, that deals with registration.
Yeah.
Registration.
Yes.
So, honorable members, you've heard the motion, and I think it's clear to you all, and that he wants us to go back and look at these things, in which case we have to refer it to the committee again. And then the proposal is for 2 clauses, clause 14, that's dealing with registration, and clause 43, that is dealing with payment of deposits. Any seconder? Honorable member for Banjul North.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I rise to second the motion. Thank you.
Honorable member, it has been moved and seconded that the Assembly accept the motion for reconsideration of clauses 14 and 43 of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The honorable member for Latrikunda, please be responsible. Please. You cannot serve there, giving your votes and come and sit here at the same time. You very well know that. The noes have it.
Division.
Division? Yes. We will now count. Those in favor of the motion, that is for Honorable Member for Serekunda's motion to be granted. Those in favor, raise your hands. Oh, Honorable Member. Who is doing it for a non-Gambia? Honorable members, let's be responsible, please. If you are in favor of the motion, please raise your tax up for the table office to see you. As those against the motion, those who are not granting the motion, raise your tax up for the table office to see you. Honorable members, those abstaining, abstentions, raise your tax. Abstentions, raise your tax. Honorable members, the results. Those in favor of the motion, 14. Those against the motion, 21. Abstention, 1. The noes have it. Honorable members, the motion is lost. So now, we are moving with the third reading. Honorable members, we recall that the consideration stage of the election bill 2025 was concluded on Tuesday, 9th September 2025. Accordingly, today is appointed for the third reading in accordance with Order 75. I will now invite the Honorable Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, stepping in for the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice, to move a motion for the third reading of the bill entitled Election Bill 2025.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Minister, please. Yes?
Yes, follow. Yeah, point of order 29.3.
29.3.
Yes. It shall be out of order to
And what is 29.3?
It shall be out of order to attempt or reconsider any specific questions or opponents which the Assembly has been taking decisions during the current session, except upon a motion of rescind the decision for which notice must be given.
Honorable, I think we have passed even that stage. Honorable, we have passed that stage, and in fact, he quoted a relevant standing order that allows for it. We looked at the standing order 74, and it is clear. So what we are saying is, we've gone through the process is completed, so we've left it behind. We are now proceeding. Honorable Minister, please.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the bill entitled Election Bill 2025, having gone through the consideration stage with amendments, be read a third time and passed.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Any seconder, honorable members? Honorable Member for Nyani.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I rise to second the motion.
Much, Honorable Member for Nyani. Honorable members, it has been moved and seconded that the bill entitled Election Bill 2025, having gone through the consideration stage with amendments, be read a third time and passed. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Those in favor, please raise your tabs. Honorable members, those against, raise your tags. Those against, raise your tags. Honorable members, abstention, raise your tags. Abstentions? Any abstention? Don't tell me yes. Let the person raise the tag. Who? Honorable members, the results. Those in favor, the ayes 23. Those against, the noes 14. Abstention 0. The ayes have it. Clerk, may we proceed?
Thank you. Bill, the elections Bill 2025.
Honorable members, the bill is deemed to have been passed. I thank you all. I thank the Honorable Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, and all honorable members. Thank you very much. Clerk, may we proceed?
Thank you. Bill Order 74, Sub 8, and Order 75, third reading. Personal Data Protection and Privacy Bill 2025 by the Honorable Minister for Communication and Digital Economy. Stepping in for the Honorable Minister for Information, Media and Broadcasting Services.
Honorable members, you recall that the consideration stage of the Personal Data Protection and Privacy Bill 2025 was concluded on Monday, 15 September 2025. Accordingly, today is appointed for the third reading in accordance with Order 75. I will therefore now invite the Honorable Minister for Communications and Digital Economy, stepping in for the Honorable Minister for Information, Media and Broadcasting Services, to move a motion for the third reading of the bill entitled Personal Data Protection and Privacy Bill 2025. Honorable Minister.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the bill entitled Personal Data Protection and Privacy Bill 2025, having gone through the consideration stage with amendments, be read a third time and passed.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Any seconder, honorable members? Honorable Member for Fonyi Kansala.
Yes, I hereby second the motion, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, it has been moved and seconded that the bill entitled Personal Data Protection and Privacy Bill 2025, having gone through the consideration stage with amendments, be read a third time and passed. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk, may we proceed?
Bill, third reading, Personal Data Protection and Privacy Bill 2025.
Honorable members, the bill is deemed to have been passed. I thank you all, and I thank the Honorable Minister. Clerk, may we proceed?
Thank you.
Clerk, just hold on. Clerk, hold on. Clerk, may we proceed?
Thank you. Orders 13 sub 5 and 54 sub 1. Motion on the adjournment. Debate. Be it resolved that this August Assembly do stand adjourned signed by the Honorable Member for Oponyomi and Majority Chief Whip.
Honorable members, in accordance with the provisions of Order 13.5 and 54.1 of the standing orders, the Honorable Member for Oponyomi and Majority Chief Whip will move a motion for the Assembly to adjourn signed die. Before allowing him to do so, I wish to draw the attention of the Assembly to Order 54.3 of the standing orders, which reads, and I quote, during the debate on the motion on the adjournment debate, during the debate on the motion on the adjournment debate of a session, no honorable member shall speak more than 15 minutes, except that the Speaker may, at his or her discretion, allow the mover of the motion extra time for his or her reply. I wish to appeal to honorable members to be judicious in their interventions as well as avoid repetitive deliberations. Finally, honorable members, I want to remind honorable members to take note of the relevant provisions of the standing orders regarding the adjournment debate. Therefore, may I now invite the honorable member for Oponyomi and Majority Chief Whip to move the motion for this Assembly to adjourn signed die.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Motion for adjournment debate. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the motion for the adjournment of the Assembly signed die pursuant of Section 98 1B of the 1997 Constitution and in accordance with Order 13.5 and 54.1 of the Standing Order 2019 as revised. This August Assembly commenced its sitting for the third ordinary session on Monday, 8 September 2025, and is scheduled to conclude its business in line with the revised agenda. As amended by the standing orders, it is my honor to highlight the key legislative and oversight activities conducted during this session. Honorable Speaker and honorable members, throughout this session, the Assembly diligently considered and approved the record of votes and proceedings of all sittings in accordance with Standing Order 35-2. Furthermore, this Assembly held question and answer session with Cabinet Ministers pursuant to Standing Order 41, during which the following ministers appeared and responded to oral questions. His Excellency, the Vice President, Honorable Minister for Finance and Economic Affairs, Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Honorable Minister for Health, Honorable Minister for Public Service, Administrative Reform, Policy Coordination and Delivery, Honorable Minister for Lands, Regional Government and Religious Affairs, Honorable Minister for Youth and Sports, Honorable Minister for Petroleum and Energy, Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs, International Cooperation and Gambian Abroad, Honorable Minister for Interior, Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Livestock and Food Security, Honorable Minister for Information, Media and Broadcasting, Honorable Minister for Tourism and Arts and Culture, Honorable Minister for Communication and Digital Economy, Honorable Minister for Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources, Honorable Minister for Fisheries and Water Resources, Honorable Minister for Defense, Honorable Minister for Transport, Works and Infrastructure, Honorable Minister for Trade, Industry and Regional Integration and Employment. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 100, the following ministerial replies, committee reports were presented. Minister replied to the report stroke resolution of the Finance and Public Account Committee of the National Assembly on the 2022 audited
account of the Government of the Gambia, annual activity report and audited financial statement of the public agencies, hospitals and local government councils by His Excellency the Vice President, Honorable Minister for Finance and Economic Affairs, Honorable Minister for Health, Honorable Minister for Public Service, Administrative Reform, Policy Coordination and Delivery, and Honorable Minister for Land, Regional Government, and Religious Affairs. Minister replied to the report resolution of the Joint Committee of FPAC and PEC of the National Assembly on the parliamentary inquiry into the petroleum product of 36,953.614 metric tons, value at $30 million by His Excellency the Vice President, Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Honorable Minister for Finance and Economic Affairs, Honorable Minister for Interior, and Honorable Minister for Petroleum and Energy. Ministers replied to the report of the Select Committee on Tourism, Art and Culture, Youth and Sports of the National Assembly follow-up tour to selected sporting facilities and cultural sites, 3rd to 9th of February 2025 by the Honorable Minister for Tourism, Art and Culture, and Honorable Minister for Youth and Sport. Ministers replied to the report of the Public Enterprises Committee of the National Assembly on the activity report and audited financial statement of the state-owned enterprises for the year ended 31st of December 2021 by the Honorable Minister for Finance and Economic Affairs. On Ministers' reply to the report of Joint Committee on Environment and Agriculture of the National Assembly on the probe into the activities of transhumans in the Gambia by the Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Livestock and Food Security, Honorable Minister for Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources, Honorable Minister for Interior. Ministers' reply of the Select Committee on Agriculture and Rural Development of the National Assembly on the follow-up tour on the implementation of resolution passed by the National Assembly on the matter of the sectors by the Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Livestock and Food Security. Ministers replied on the report of the Standing Committee of Foreign Affairs of the National Assembly on the oversight visit to the Gambian mission in Bissau, April 24th by the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, International Cooperation and Gambian Abroad. During this session, the Assembly tabled and or considered the following bills: Judicial Officers Condition of Service Bill 2025, Election Bill 2021-2025, Prerogative of Mercy Bill 2025, National Security Council Bill 2024, Personal Data Protection and Privacy Bill 2024-2025, Cybercrime Bill 2023, Medicine and Related Product Amendment Bill 2025, National Assembly Service Pensions Amendment Bill 2025, the Gambia Investment and Export Promotion Agency Amendment Bill 2025, Early Warning Response Mechanism Bill 2024, and National Population Bill 2024. Honorable Speaker, the Assembly also received and debated several reports from parliamentary committees, including the report of the delegation of the Select Committee on Regional Government, Lands and Ombudsman and IEC of the National Assembly to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to inspect the state of preparedness for the 2025 Hajj operations. Report of the Finance and Public Account Committee, FPAC, of the National Assembly on the capacity building on finance for non-finance managers held in Ghana from 16 to 29 July 2025. Finance and Public Account Committee, FPAC, update on the National Assembly Resolution 29th of September 2022, 14th of September 2023, and 18th of September 2023. Report of the Standing Committee on Defense and Security of the National Assembly on an oversight visit to the police stations, military barracks, custom units, prisons, drug law enforcement agencies. Report of the proceedings of the 54th Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, CPA, Africa Region Conference, 10th to 16th August 2025, Banjul, the Gambia, presented by the Committee. Honorable Speaker, the motion for adjournment debate brings to a close the motion for adjournment debate today brings to a close another productive and intense legislative cycle. I wish to reiterate Assembly firm commitment to accountability, transparency, and diligent representation. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, one of the defining achievements of this session was a successful passage of the election bill, which represents a landmark step in strengthening our democratic processes and electoral governance framework. The bill was conceived to modernize, consolidate, and harmonize the electoral laws of the Gambia in order to ensure greater transparency, credibility, and fairness in the conduct of elections. Its passage marked a decisive moment in reinforcing the foundation of our representative democracy. As highlighted during the debate, the election bill provides clarity on the roles and responsibilities of key electoral actors, enhance safeguard for the free and fair election, and addresses gaps that previously undermined public confidence in the electoral system. By highlighting our electoral roles with international standards and best practices, this assembly has ensured that the voice of the Gambian people is not only protected, but amplified through a more efficient and accountable system of voting. The passage of this bill must therefore be understood not merely as a technical legal reform, but as a deliberate and forward-looking effort to consolidate peace, stability, and democratic governance. It demonstrates our collective resolve to evict the principle of popular sovereignty, inclusivity, and fairness in our national election. These achievements should inspire confidence both within our borders and across the international community that the Gambia continues to move steadily towards strengthening its democratic credentials. Honorable Speaker, of equal importance is the passage of the Judicial Officers Condition of Service Bill 2025. It highlights this Assembly recognition of the indispensable role of the judiciary in the promotion of justice, rule of laws, and constitutionalism. The bill was designed to provide a comprehensive framework for the condition of service of judicial officers, addressing long-standing concern about the remuneration, pension, and to a large extent, the independence of the judiciary. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, the passage of this bill must be celebrated as a progressive reform that will enhance the quality of justice delivery in the Gambia. It is a statement of intent by this Assembly that the rule of law remains central to our democratic projects. In supporting the judiciary, we are in fact supporting the people's right to timely, fair, and independent adjudication, which is the bedrock of any functioning democracy. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, it is with deep sorrow that I equally wish to remark on the alleged tragic death of a citizen, Omar Bagi, at the hands of the police. This incident is not only a profound loss to the Brig family, but it is also strike at the very heart of our collective commitment to justice, accountability, and protection. Honorable Speaker, while we extend our deepest condolences to the grieving family, this Assembly must also reaffirm its oversight responsibility to ensure that justice is served without fear of failure. We must insist on a transparent, thorough, and independent investigation into this incident, with accountability for any wrongdoing, to restore public confidence in our law enforcement institutions. Let these tragedies strengthen our resolve to pursue reforms that guarantee professionalism, respect for human rights, and the highest standard of conduct within our security services, so that never again should a citizen perish in such circumstances. It also called on citizens to exercise patience during this understandable difficult time and not to take the law into their own hands. We reassure this government and indeed this assembly will do everything required to address the concern of its citizens. Honorable Speaker, the role of this assembly is ensuring accountability in our governance process, taking a new step. Our commitment, as always, and remains strong in ensuring that all public officials remain accountable to the people we swore to serve. I particularly wish to salute the honorable members for their role in this process. Honorable members, your participation in this session has been remarkable. I encourage all of us to keep that spirit in the service of our people and our country. Honorable Speaker, let me express appreciation to you, the Deputy Speaker, the Clerk, and the staff of the Assembly for your unwavering support throughout this session. Honorable Speaker, the manner in which you have continued to handle the affairs of the Assembly has been exceptional. It manifests nothing less than experience and mastery. I pray that Allah, the Almighty, grants you the strength and wisdom to continue steering the affairs of this Assembly. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member for Upper Nyomi and Majority Chief Whip. Honorable members, before I call for a seconder, our brothers from the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the National Assembly Service Commission, led by Honorable Senator Patrick Giwa. I earlier acknowledged them, and I am made to understand that they begging to leave. We thank them very much on your behalf and appreciated your presence here. And we are pleased to release you to leave at any time of your choice. Thank you very much. We are most grateful. We have the whole week to be working together, inshallah. Thank you. Honorable members, any seconder? Honorable nominated member, Keva Lampopana.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to second the motion and pursuant to Order 53K, and with your permission, I want to move a motion that we adjourn, sign and die without debate. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Members, honorable members, it seems we are having two motions. One is for this assembly to adjourn sine die, and the other, if I understood the honorable nominated member, is moving a motion for the assembly to adjourn sine die without a debate. Am I right? So, for the second part of the motion, that is for the assembly to adjourn sine die without a debate, we need a seconder. Who will second that? Honorable member for Basse.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to second the motion.
Those people at the back over there, please avoid shouting over everybody's head. More often than not from that corner there. Please. Put the first question. It has been moved and seconded that this August Assembly do consider the motion for this ordinary session to stand adjourned sine die. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. Who is saying no? Huh? Understand what people are saying before you vote. You cannot vote and then ask, what are they saying? And you voted. Are you saying that we should not adjourn sine die? Yes, Honorable.
Yeah, there are masses in this cohort here disturbing us.
They are?
I said we have masses of groups of people who are disturbing us here.
When that happens, you call my attention, we put them to order, but don't vote without knowing what you are voting for. Honorable members, the question is that this assembly consider the motion for the assembly for this ordinary session to adjourn sine die. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. The second motion is for this assembly to adjourn sine die without a debate. You follow? Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. You see, what I want you people to realize, Honorable, put your tag down. Put your tag down. What I want you to realize is, when I take a decision, you cannot say no. If you are not satisfied, you can call for a division and we count. But I said, what I heard, I listened, I said this, you said no. Who are you? Look, let's try to follow the process. If you are not in agreement with that, you ask that we count, and we will count. So, honorable members, the ayes have it. And then there was a call for a division.
Yes.
And now we will count. Of the motion that we adjourn without a debate, raise your hands. Honorable members, those against the motion, please raise your cards. He said what? Honorable members, those abstentions, those abstaining. Abstentions? No. Honorable members, here are the results. Those in favor, 20. Those who want us to adjourn without a debate. Those against, those who don't want that, the noes, 13. Abstentions, 0. So the ayes have it. Honorable members, as you have agreed to adjourn without a debate, I don't think there is any need to ask His Excellency the Vice President and honorable ministers to respond to any issues, because there are no issues raised. I will call on the mover of the motion to thank honorable members only. 1 minute, and then we continue.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I profoundly thank the honorable members for their service to the nation. And as there's no issues raised and there's going to be response, we can say thank you very much, honorable members, for your commitment to national duty. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Opanyomi and Majority Chief Whip. Honorable members, let me thank all honorable members for your interventions, very insightful interventions indeed. And this brings us to the end of this ordinary session. But the committee oversight works continue. Before I put the question for this assembly to adjourn sine die, I wish on your behalf, on behalf of both sides of the assembly, and indeed on my own behalf, register our appreciation to His Excellency, the Vice President, and all honorable ministers present for the cooperation during this ordinary session. The presence of the executive to witness the adjournment debate also affirms the relations between the organs of the state. We are most grateful. I also wish to reiterate our thanks and appreciation to the media fraternity, our friends, as they are the medium through which the work of this assembly and its committees reaches the people. Your cooperation and partnership is always cherished, and we hope it will continue. Once again, we are also indebted and grateful to the clerk and staff of the National Assembly Service for their continuous and invaluable services rendered to members. I thank you all. Honorable members, I now put the question. Be resolved that this honorable assembly do stand adjourned sine die. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. This assembly now stand adjourned sine die.